Voice is just the soft sell. The real deal is treaty. And to give you an insight into just how sneaky this all is, how morally bankrupt the whole Yes campaign really is, let me show you this exclusive insight into how Yes 23 runs its telephone canvassing operation. Now, telephone canvassing is when campaigns use volunteers, be it in an election setting or something like this referendum, to call voters and try and persuade them to vote a particular way. Now, canvassers are trained in a whole lot of sophisticated techniques to get you to take the call, to engage with you, to gain your trust, and they hope to win you over. Working alongside the volunteers are campaign officials, strategists, professional pollster types, many of them trained out of the United States, to keep the volunteers on track and on message. So now you've got the background, we'll have a look at this. Here's a screenshot of an online chat group last night over Zoom between a Yes campaign phone canvasser and a Yes 23 official, an official known as Jonah. One of the Yes phone canvassers, it seems, didn't know how to handle objections about the voice, how the voice was leading to treaty, so she went online for advice. She says, does anyone have a good script about the treaty? I've just had a chat with someone about it and kind of got caught off guard. Now, first comes the response from a former Greens campaign organiser that it depends on whether the voter is pro or anti-treaty. Then back comes the official advice from the Yes campaign official, Jonah. This is Yes 23's campaign official, and it reads, if they are pro-treaty, you can say that the Uluru Statement from the Heart asked for the voice before treaty. If they are anti-treaty, well, you can just say that the voice is purely an advisory body. Purely an advisory body, or the first step to treaty. Voice is just the first step to treaty. It's all there in black and white. You tell voters what you think they want to hear. But if they're not supportive of the voice, worried about a treaty, well, you deny it has anything to do with the treaty, even though plainly treaty or Makarrata is, in the very words of the Uluru Statement, the culmination of our agenda. Voice, treaty, truth. The Uluru Statement in full, the Prime Minister has committed his government to dozens and dozens of times. The people behind the Uluru Statement, well, they know exactly what they're doing. Be upfront about it, the agenda, the whole box and dice to their fellow activists, but keep voters in the dark. Now, the trouble is, like the PM's website, what they really think is all out there on the record if anyone in the media is prepared to do their job properly.
Uluru was a sequence reform, voice to the Parliament first, treaty second. But treaties are about reparations for past injustice, and they are about land, and they are about resources. Treaties are foundational constitutional agreements between First Nations and the state, and they do involve a redistribution of political power.
And here again is voice architect Noel Pearson.
For those of us who've come late to this strategy, you need to wake up. Treaty door is the second door. The first door is constitutional enshrinement.
Wake up, Pearson says. Well, Australians, they are waking up to exactly what's at stake, because this referendum is actually much more important than an election, because a bad government can get rejected, a bad law can get changed, but a constitutional mistake, well, we've got that forever.